The transition from incarceration to reintegration into the community is a critical phase in the rehabilitation process. Partial confinement programs aim to bridge this gap, offering eligible individuals the opportunity to transition gradually under structured supervision for up to the last 18 months of their prison sentence. These programs are designed to balance accountability, rehabilitation, and reintegration while addressing individual needs and providing opportunities to meet reentry goals. Eligible and suitable individuals may be transferred to one of three primary programs or a combination: the Graduated Reentry program, the Community Parenting Alternative program, or a Reentry Center. Or, in some cases, be released directly into the community without supervision.
An opportunity came up for a community corrections officer position within Longview, and it happened to be in the Reentry division, and I didn't know what that was at the time. They're still serving their prison sentence, but they have access to the community. We can provide them with resources and help them get their IDs, social security cards, help them find employment, and just kind of set them up for stability for when they do release from the prison system.
CPA is the Community Parenting Alternative. We are a partial confinement program that allows incarcerated individuals that have minor age children to transition to the community on electronic home monitoring to step back into that role as a parent. Or we help with resources as far as like parenting classes, family counseling, and other resources as needed.
Just last month, they had a law change, and now we're getting guys as long as 18 months. I'm really happy that Washington is going that way. I believe at minimum custody, why not have access to the community? It's better on the taxpayer. We heavily monitor their access in the community.
So the idea is that they're hitting all these milestones and continuing to develop on these milestones, gradually being reintegrated back into the community with the goals and accomplishments that they're achieving.
There is a rigorous screening process that evaluates each candidate's eligibility and suitability. An essential requirement for all participants is undergoing a clinically appropriate evaluation for substance use disorder prior to transferring to any partial confinement program.
So there's two steps to being approved for CPA: eligibility and suitability. And so our eligibility comes from the RCW that specifically gives us, who is eligible. So then we ask for some verification documents just to prove that they were actively and involved. The RCW says they have to have had a substantial ongoing relationship with the child. We reach out to what we call collateral contacts. Sometimes it's the co-parent, sometimes it's grandma, and then we move forward with our interviews. So as the program manager, I contact their classification counselor and schedule what we call a transfer plan interview. They're about an hour to an hour and a half, and I tell them, this is just a conversation. I want you to feel comfortable. What you choose to share with me just helps me represent you. So everyone that applies for CPA goes before our multidisciplinary screening committee, which is made up of outside agencies. It's not just DOC, and they all help us decide if this is a good fit.
Being a veteran, knowing what it's like coming back after being gone an extended period of time, just kind of almost this daze. I can't even imagine someone that's been incarcerated that long. So being able to have the opportunity to work with those individuals that have anxiety, that just not seeing the growth that's taken place in the community for so long, to be able to come back out and know that there's opportunities, there's individuals and organizations that are willing to get things set up for them, so that it's not just here you go, here's a bus ticket, you need to report within a specific amount of time.
Partial confinement programs play a pivotal role in the rehabilitation process, offering a structured yet adaptable approach to reintegration. By addressing individual needs, such as substance use disorders, and providing a clear path from confinement to community integration, these programs contribute to reducing recidivism and fostering a sense of accountability and self-sufficiency among participants.
There are guys that don't make it, but there are a lot of success stories, and it's really motivating. These residents will release into our community. I'll see them at the grocery store. They'll come up to me and they'll let me know that they're still doing good, and it's great.
But I've seen a lot of guys, men and women, that have been extremely successful, extremely appreciative of the program, that they have the vast majority of their treatment requirements accomplished. They have work. They have self-worth with finding work, with a paycheck, knowing they can save money. To us, it definitely feels good when we have people that we see are successful.
But I still get phone calls and text messages from prior participants that I had when I was a case manager. The one that just called me on Friday and said, this is 6 years, clean and sober. Good job, bought a house. I'm just proud of them.
I almost call it like prison without walls, almost as if you're really trying to get these individuals accomplishing these goals. We want to make these individuals so that they feel like they would be happy to be our neighbors and we'd be happy to be their neighbors.
If we had more reentry centers, we could put these guys in the communities that they're from. A lot of times we're getting guys from Pierce County. They may work a job and it's going great, but hey, gotta send you on your way back to Tacoma. I feel like every person that works at the Reentry Center is making a difference in these people's lives.
You dream about a job where you can make a difference, and everybody says, I want that job where I can make a difference, and this is it. I know that CPA has made a big difference in the lives of thousands of children, and who doesn't want to be a part of that?